we did have a New Year's Day bowl game. The ReliaQuest Bowl was in town. And,
Yeah, it was.
Wisconsin, Big Ten school, came all the way down to take on LSU Tigers.
Well, one of the better games.
Yeah, very good game. I mean, obviously your Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels, was injured, was out. So,
Was he injured or did he opt out?
well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It's a difference.
is it?
Yeah, well, of course it is.
I mean, he doesn't want to get hurt, go to the next level.
I'm not saying I have a problem with it, even though a lot of people do. I'm conflicted. I've argued with myself
All
on
right.
this, okay? Because you've got to think of if you've declared for the draft, okay? And I understand that the percentages, and you could have been hurt last week or whatever, but the game means nothing,
Right.
okay? So I understand. The flip side is, and Brent, who I mentioned a few times, was like, the Marines would have never done this. Marines don't walk out on their brother. Well, we've all learned it one way or another. They're not your brother,
Okay.
okay? You can be best of friends.
Right.
Something could happen, and you're no longer best of friends.
Right.
You have to do what's best for you,
For sure.
okay? But you were there the whole time, all season, all. Now people are going to say, and they are saying, well, FSU, they had 87 players opt out.
Right.
They took their football and went home,
Yep.
and then suffered the biggest defeat in bowl game history.
Yeah. I mean, they should. Well, I mean, Georgia did the same thing, though, right? Their star players didn't play.
No, it's not true.
Oh, really?
Not to that level. They might have had somebody opt out.
Well, if FSU did it because of to protest, right?
No.
Because of the way they got treated.
I don't think so.
They say they got stole, that they were undefeated, and they were the best team in the country, and they got
Okay?
kicked out of the playoffs.
They
and
were not the best team in the country.
They said they were the best team in the country.
Well, so did UCF.
They're the
and said-
undefeated team.
And all of that is true. And somebody on Facebook is ripping me and blah, 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 blah. And I said, she goes, records mean everything. I said, well, let's look at where the polls will be when it comes out. Because Alabama, who lost
To
to
Michigan.
Michigan, will still be ranked higher than Florida State. Florida State should be ranked about 14th. Because they took
Who'd they play?
Georgia.
Ivy Tech. I mean, just a regular season. Like, what schools did they actually play?
It's not their fault.
It's all power rankings, right? It's all based on like who you play.
Right, but they didn't really play anybody.
Strength of schedule.
But you can't hold a team accountable for that. That's their
We
schedule.
saw that a few years ago with TCU. I mean, the Horned Frogs
it was the
were
year before,
undefeated.
and I believe Georgia beat their brains in too.
Just beat the brakes off of them, right? It just showed them there's levels to this thing,
Well, there is,
right?
and now we can say, they can say, whoever can say, well, the 42 opt-outs would have changed it.
No,
Well, it might have.
maybe, possible.
Well,
Losing their star quarterback would ended their bowl chance.
losing their quarterback is what cost them the bowl game, the championship game, because nobody expected them, even with all the players. And again, we're assuming because they went the easy way out. And again, I'm not saying I'm giving them that they were wrong. You have to do what's best for you. How many of those players will you see again? Right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of like, Xavier, he's gone back to Northeast. How many of those players will do that? So how many of those guys at Florida State will you see again? Will you stay in contact with? You're moved on to bigger
Yeah.
and better things.
that's it. It's life. Can't take everybody with you when you level up.
Or anybody.
Yeah.
I'm learning that.
Well, I'm going with you. I got nowhere else to go.
You
I'm like a dependent. What line item am I going to be on your tax return?
Oh, all right, I'll claim it.
All right.
I'm not giving you anything, but if I can claim
Well, all
it.
my stuff's in Steve's storage unit that got stolen. So we'll get money back. 2024 is going to be a good year.
I need a storage unit.
Oh, Steve's got 6 of them he can loan you. But yeah, no, it was a great game. I'll tell you, like after the game, I stuck around. I was on the field.
Shocking.
Jaden Daniels.
Would you have stayed if you couldn't have gotten on the field?
No.
At least you're honest.
No.
You may be the biggest joker in the world, but at least you're honest.
It's a tradition. I like to start my new year with my feet on the 50-yard line in the middle